I'm Jen, and this is A Little Bit of Everything. Tonight we are going to be making country gravy with sausage. We are going to start this with a large skillet on a medium-high heat. To that skillet, we are going to add 2 pounds of basic breakfast sausage. Okay? Now, I'm going to spread this around, and we're going to brown this up all the way. When we get there, I'll be right back. Welcome back. We now have a skillet full of beautiful brown sausage. Mix that around. Make sure we've broken up any big clumps. You want little bitty bite-sized pieces of sausage. Now, if you find you don't have quite enough grease, which you usually won't with anymore, you're going to take about half a stick of butter, okay? And that's going to go in there, and you're going to melt that down really quickly. Now our butter's pretty much melted down. Mix that in. To this, we are going to add 1 cup of flour. To avoid some of the worst of the clumping issues you get when you make a flour-based gravy, you're going to sprinkle it across the pan. Try to spread it out. We have that in there. We're going to mix it around until it gets fully mixed in with the grease and the butter from the sausage. Yes, some of it is going to stick to the bottom of the pan. That is perfectly fine. Those will be your fun little flavor bits later. Once you have your flour all mixed in to where you have no more white in your pan, should look about like this. You're going to let that sit for just a moment and let the flour develop and cook. Doesn't take long, just about 1, maybe 2 minutes. Now that flour has developed and it is starting to make what people call a roux. That is a good thing. Now we are going to go ahead and start adding some of our seasonings. We have here a tablespoon of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of basic black pepper. To that, we are also going to add a heaping tablespoon of garlic. Mix that in. Now that we have our seasonings mixed in, we are going to start making the liquid part of this gravy. Because you have your temperature up on about a medium-high, you do not want to start with milk. You will scald it, it will separate, and your gravy will be a disaster. So we're going to start with 1 cup to 2 cups of water. You want enough to start to cover your meat. Now keep mixing and keep stirring as you add that water. It will thicken very, very quickly. This is the slurry part of the gravy. As long as you keep stirring, you should avoid all the lumps in your gravy. Now we've had a good solid 2 cups of water here. Mix that around until the water's fully incorporated. It should make kind of like a paste looking thing. Looking gorgeous. Now, we are going to turn our stove down to a medium-low heat. This is important. You do not want to add your milk into your skillet when it's still super hot. Okay, give it a minute, let it come down in temp, and we're going to start adding our milk, just a little bit at a time. Okay? I've now added half of the 2 cups of milk that I use. And if you look and you keep stirring, the gravy is coming together beautifully. If you find you're having trouble with lumps in your gravy, you can whisk them out. We've gotten lucky tonight, though. Okay. We're going to add in our last little bit of milk. We're using our spatula to get all those fun little flavor bits up off the bottom of the pan. Make sure to go nice and slow and easy so you're not slopping everything everywhere. We don't want to waste anything. Every little bit counts. So I looked at my gravy and I'm looking at it is really, really thick. Don't want to serve paste, so we're going to add a little more than 2 cups. That was about a half cup there. We're going to whisk that in gently. We have not taken the skillet off of that low setting. You do not want this to come to a boil. Now, as my grandmother has always said, the proof is in the pudding. We're going to walk over here. We're going to grab ourselves that handy dandy tasting spoon. It ran through the gravy beautifully. It coated the back of the spoon. And now for the true test. Perfect. This, my friends, is sausage gravy done from scratch. Again, not that hard. Thank you for joining me, and please come watch my next video. Have a great night, guys.